Hey guys, this is Dan for the Sons of Light, and today's teaching is a quite unusual one for most Christians. It's a message that they have never heard before, or if they have heard any inkling of it, it's in a very short clip and passed by their pastors as they move on to agendas and teaching points that their World Council of Churches or their head sources tell them that they are allowed to teach about and nothing else. So today we're going to begin talking about Satan's short season and the millennial kingdom. Now, most of us who have been to church and heard these messages have heard about the millennial reign of Christ, and that there'll be a time when Christ will return and the earth will be at peace and the lion shall lay down with the lamb and all of these sorts of things. But what's not understood is the mental gymnastics it takes to move that event from, let's say, 2,000 years ago, to move that event and kick the can down the road, despite what Jesus actually said and the evidence surrounding the events recorded by Josephus and other historians that took place. And that if we are actually in something called Satan's short season, that we are under an age of deception where most everything that we think we know about history, about understanding revelation in the Bible, history going back, who knows, 2,000, 5,000 years ago, we don't really know anything about it. And if we're living in an age of deception, that means everything has been twisted and built on a foundation of lies.
Resuming workout.
About the late 1960s. Now this is an odd time.
Pausing workout.
We talk about this sometimes.
Resuming.
An odd time.
Pausing workout.
1960s, because around 1960s, 1966 is when you start seeing the introduction of all of this, the California rock band movement, where all of a sudden the Doors show up, the Rolling Stones, you see the Beatles popping up, all of these bands just come out of nowhere and are introduced on the scene. And rock and roll becomes, in this modern area, just pops up out of nowhere in California as if it's being orchestrated. Why? Because it was being orchestrated. From the evidence we find, both the alphabet agencies in the United States and England orchestrated the rock and roll movement